Hello everyone and welcome to today's PhotoBiz Live, where we'll be doing website reviews. So we're going to be taking a look at everyone's website. We're going to take a look at 4 of them. We're going to see what they're doing, see what changes we might make, or see what they're doing right. Today's a great day to kind of see what everyone's doing, so you might even apply it to your own website. So we're going to get people to get settled in. It's a first come, first served basis. You can fill out that form below in our descriptions if you want to have your website reviewed in the future. We got 4 ready to go today, so we're going to give them a look in just a moment. And we'll get started momentarily. Let me go load them in. All right, let's get started. Hello, Mary. Good morning in California to you. Oh my goodness, it's 1 o'clock here. We're on the East Coast in Greensboro, North Carolina. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, if you need any help, if you want to take a look at what websites we have, we're going to have our websites reviewed today. But if you want to have yours reviewed in the future, click on the description. There is a form you can fill out and we'll review your website then. So let's jump right on in, see what we got going on today. Let me pull it up. Give me a moment. Sometimes this thing gets a little crazy. All right, first up is Sweet Pea Photography. Nice, gorgeous banner. Nice little text right here. Love this little insignia. Nice little flower. Really well made, really organized. Stylistically, I think it's really strong. Looks very clean, very posh. Yeah, stylistically, this is a really great homepage. Uh, awesome opening banner. Nice little section here describing where you are. There's a little SEO stuffing in here just to let people know where you're located at, but otherwise it's fine. It's not overboard, but it gets a little, naming all the towns and little areas is a little much. Um, it's pretty smart these days, so just saying this can be helpful, but just be aware of that. If you see any SEO disadvantages, that's just how Google looks at things. They're like, all right, now you're just trying to be put somewhere versus being organically spoken about. So something to be aware of when you're looking at SEO. This is great. Love this. Now we can jump over to your second navigation. And then we have this welcome, which is really nice. And it's not terribly long. I was worried that it might get too long after this, but it kind of leans in a nice spot. If you're able to measure it down just a tiny little bit more, it might be good, even better, but I think it works. Love the color choices, love the little captions here. And then what sets you apart, I think this looks really nice. Otherwise, this is a really good homepage, and then it leads them over to going to check out the Instagram. Really strong, nice call to actions in the right places, beautiful colors, nice choices, really well executed. Let's check out the next section, info, meet Sandra. So let's see. Nice bit here. Nice bit of information. Like how you're breaking it up with the cards. Looks really good. Real personal stuff. Looks really nice. What you like, what you're into. Gives people a little bit of context about who you are. Don't be afraid to do that. It's your website. Especially when you're doing something intimate like newborn photography. They want to get to know who's going to be taking their baby's photos. So it's really nice to see that. And you get a nice call to action here where they can contact you directly. So again, really nice page. Really love the color choices. Really love these little touches of the flowers, and the colors are just really, really, really solid. Let's jump over to the studio page. Very consistent, very clean. Like the background use here, and love that there's a consistency between those two. Let's check out the pricing page. Like how you're showcasing the products in their own sections. That's great. You're really building off of it, and beautiful framing right here. Really thoughtful. Very thoughtful with design that I noticed. The only one that seems kind of sticking out a little bit on this one, but it's not a huge deal. This one just seems relatively small compared to everything else up here. But everything else on this page, like this, is amazing. Like the framing and everything, looks beautiful. But yeah, this is the only one here where it seems a little jarring, is just this little photograph here, but this rest of the page is amazing. Like this is awesome. Yeah, great page again. All right, let's jump over to the portfolio. Ooh, got a nice little hub. Really love the color choices. This is amazing. Really done well. Let's click on maternity. Really nice. You made this page feel like an experience. It's very targeted, so when people are coming here, they might land on this page first before they even get to the homepage. So this is really smart design. Love how you're giving some information about it, but you're getting right to how much the cost is up front. This is really smart. And then look at that. And you paired it with an image. The image pair with what you get. I mean, this alone is already selling me versus before I even see the rest of the photos. But then you get to see some photos, and they're absolutely amazing. Things to consider. Just edit down how many photos are in here. You don't need a ton. You're an amazing photographer, so edit it down to, like, right now we got, and then load more. You could half this, and it's still good, because you have some that are what I consider duplicates. They're very similar, so just remove a lot of the similar ones. Just choose your favorite one out of all these. Maybe this one, because you get this nice moment with her laughing with the parents and nice little gestures and view. that's maybe the perfect one out of that set, but you don't need this one or that one. They're very similar in choice, and I would say this is the best one out of that. So just things to consider when you're just be a little self editing when it comes to some of the stuff in your galleries. But great page overall, though. But that would be the one thing I recommend. Another thing might recommend, let's see, is yes, we got this. So this is great. Next, we can go to the next one because let's go to the next page because hopefully, yeah, it should follow a path, right? So we're going to go to Cake Smash. Love this. Love that we're getting there. Straight into the gallery. Very short and sweet. Love it. Straight to the point. Very good. Very good. Next one is, back to maternity, which is fine. We want to go to newborn. Let's check out newborn. Love the choices, love the colors, love the photo. Isn't that precious? You have this one here. Don't need it here. Excuse me. Yeah, this one's fine. Even a lot of them have a lot of similarities, so if you want to, you can cut down a little bit. But other than that, it's very short and sweet anyway, so it looks great. Very good. Let's jump over to our family. Very strong consistency between all the pages. They look absolutely awesome. Very good. Let's jump over to our milestones. Excuse me. Take a sip of my coffee. Yeah, I think these pages look nice. Again, you might want to do a little self-editing if you see a lot of similarities in between things. But other than that, you're keeping it very short and sweet, which is the most important part. And yeah, your galleries are amazing. I think they look really, really awesome. Let's see, we got a limited edition. I don't think this is in the rolling ones, but see what's going on here. Looks like you're doing some winter portraits now, so this looks really great. I really like what you're doing here. Nice call to actions, requesting those details, getting them straight where you want to. Your baby registry, let's see how that goes. Purchasing a gift certificate. This is awesome, very sweet, straight to the point. See what people are saying. I like how you're utilizing this style, straight to the point. Again, very elegant, very clean, and not too much. Not too much. This is a really beautiful site. Just some little things here and there. Yes, you want to put some stuff here. Till your blog's ready, you can hide that page, but you have a coming soon page, so at least you have that. Contact, straight to the point. Very beautiful. And your booking. Let's see what we got going on here. Fantastic. Great. Sandra, your website is absolutely stunning. I think there's only a few things I would do really to update it, and it's mostly just self-editing in parts and then just tweaks here and there. But overall, it's a gorgeous website. It's elegantly put together, has great colors, has great just compositions and consistency. All your pages feel like they are similar to the brand. So kudos to you. I don't know if you've done it yourself or you worked with designers, but it feels very thoughtful. So very thoughtful for design, really easy to navigate. You're thinking about your end client at the end of the day too. So that's the most important part. So overall, fantastic work. Great job. Just maybe self-edit a little bit on really just the maternity one. I think that was the one that had the most images. So you can cut down on those a little bit and just keep your best selected ones. All right, next website. Well, hey, it's Mary Lee. We're going to take a look at your website. Let's see what Mary Lee's got going on. All right, we got some keywords here. Not too bad. Again, just be aware. Making sure where you're most located at is the most important thing for Google. So you don't have to mention every county or anything like that because it starts to think you're trying to index it versus it doing its own indexing. Uh, Another thing is I'd give this a little breathing room. This is very sandwiched in between this section. So I just want to make sure it has a little bit of space. Every family is a masterpiece. Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. Again, I give it a little bit of breathing room. Like everything feels a little squished down. You know, like when you take a sandwich and you kind of just push down on it. There's no breathing room for the written text areas. And I want to make sure there is when it comes to it. Like even this, like this is very close to the other. Give things a little bit, decompress the space just a touch. Oh, okay. So you can travel all over California. So that's some stuff that you can mention too. It's like where you're located at, but willing to travel in other locations in California. At least then it can understand the indexing a little bit more. But you don't have to go through and make those changes or anything like that. Just be aware of Google gets real touchy these days if you try to say that stuff. Like, oh, I use this county, this county, this county. It starts to be like, are they just trying to play me? Because now especially with AI, I was talking about it years ago, but like the reason why we write the way we do is because they wanted their intelligence to be smarter for the AI, and now it wants to read smart stuff. So when you write organically, that's more interesting to it and to the user base in general. This looks good. Yeah, just a little breathing room here. Now this section here, I like the idea of it, but maybe we dim the opacity a little bit. Some of these words can get a little lost, especially if there's a lot of detail. Like with the bridge, you can see the text can get a little lost on there because it's like chatter almost. But you can maybe dim it down just a little bit more, and it'll be okay. And this white text will peer through it a little bit better. And then a little breathing room. I don't know if we need this divider. I think you can get away without having it here or here. Then going straight into the what next. What about you? Yeah, looks good. Yeah, a little bit decompress. Use space when necessary. You don't need to use dividers at all times. It's okay. Like I like it when you do it with these borders right here on the images. I think that looks nice. But in between spots, not necessary. Not necessary to break up the information. If you're going from this zigzag pattern, this S flow, your eyes will draw you down that page anyway. So that'll help in general. And then when we get to this section, looks good. And then you can get rid of this divider here too. And then it just carried them in. You can have a text here like a little bit of this text like contact me, ready to talk, or something like that, just to brief them and let them know, hey, let's go to the next step. All right, let's take a look at what you got going on. So look, I'm guessing look, we want to make sure that's portfolio. Now we're going to have portfolio for look, and then inside there other galleries. So let's take a look at what portfolio is. I'm guessing this might be a little bit of everything, if that makes sense, when I hear portfolio. Okay, so looks like we have multiple banner style images set up. I really like this top part here. Let's go into here. What we got? We got like a banner style image, beautiful. Okay, enjoying the soundless these. Okay. So I'm wondering, and I'm going to look at your other galleries next. Is this supposed to be more of like, almost like a brochure of like the types of work that you do? Then you have rotating ones here. You have some rotating ones there. Like if you want to take more of a gallery approach, I definitely would check out some of the stylings that we have. We have some great layouts in our image blocks, which feel more like gallery oriented. And I think that might suit your style for something like this. Almost like this could be a gallery page that's literally like museum quality. Right now with the big black banners, it's very contrasty and kind of jarring compared to everything else, especially as the image sizes change from more narrow then to long width. And then we have some of the arrows still on the banners. Right now we're trying to, it's very disconnected. That's all I'm saying. So there's some things that we can do to improve upon that to make it intriguing. This section looks great. And then again, like I said, you don't need a divider here. I think you can get away with that. I have been doing photography for 30 years. I have these images are for purchase. If so, we should mention that too on these pages if there's images available like that. Yeah, current art. Okay, so let's check out the next one. Family photos. Nice opening image. I think that looks nice. This section looks good. Get this text right here, some breathing room. And straight into a rotating slideshow. Yeah, this looks nice. Very clean, very elegant. Looks really good. Got this here. Again, what I mentioned on the previous page about how it works. And then we have some images here. Is there explanation for those, or you just wanted to have them on the page? Feels slightly disconnected to the information. You might want to put them up in this area if you prefer. There we go. Yeah, not too bad on this page. Some things I would modify just from breathing room for this area. I think this looks nice. You can add more images if necessary. With a slideshow style, they can kind of keep navigating through there. Let's check out the family section. Oh, senior portraits, I mean. Watch out for this call to action sitting right on top of this. They blend in, kind of looks like something's broken. Want to give this section some breathing room. And you don't need this. There's too many dividers kind of stacking in color. Looks like we have multiple looks for multiple types of people. Is that correct? Definitely want to make sure that it's styled similarly. We have this very narrow. We have this one in a banner. We have this one in an image slideshow type of thing going on. Then this one's similar to that. They're all narrow. Is that the idea? Okay. I have thousands of photos I have to edit. This is just to get me going. Have to work on the website today. I understand. Did you just start your website with us? Let me know. That helps me kind of get some context around it. And if you need help, you can always reach out to our team. Our team's here to assist you when it comes to setting up things. Yeah, no need for the dividers, I don't think, in this section either. I think you could just drop right into this information. Maybe a divider here that leads into this section. See, when I see a divider like this section here feels like it should be connected to there. So when you put a divider in between it, it feels disconnected. Now this information here is different from this information below, so the divider makes sense there. And then you could have a divider here. Gotcha, okay. Well, yeah, if you ever need help, we can assist you. And something that we do, if we have time, I can go through and help clean up some of this stuff, so that way you don't have to worry about it yourself. But let's keep cruising. Looks good. Simple enough. We have this area here. That looks good. Make sure your buttons are clickable. Right now it goes nowhere. It's okay. Hey, if you're just restarting, it can be. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. Yeah, if you're restarting, I understand. I can see like the little restarting, rethinking concept behind it all. A lot of it's fairly easy once you get going. But again, our team's here to help. Not next Friday since we have the holiday, but the following Friday. If you want to, you can join me here and we can go through your website and make changes too, okay? make those updates. Yeah, we don't need a divider on top of a divider like that. Just remove one or the other. Same thing here. You can see everything's starting to feel a little too tight. Yeah, a lot of it just would help with just decompressing it and then removing some other elements that just kind of take up space versus adding to it. Make sure buttons are clickable when you're ready. Don't need this divider. Give some breathing room here between the chat and that so it doesn't get lost. Breathing room here. No need for color shifting unless you like this one would be good, but you can see how it's blending. Also, it's making a strange box T shape. This one looks fine because there's no barrier, but this one's touching the top, so I'd fix that. Investment, that looks good. Same recommendation here. That looks good as well. A little space here. So yeah, just little things I'm mentioning. It's mostly just spacing and dividers. A lot of the dividers are just unnecessary, but like this section, mostly just adding space in between it. But yeah, you know, not next Friday, but the following Friday, if you want me to, I can take a look at your website. We can go through it and make those modifications. Okay, next, let's jump over to the FAQ pages. I would change this color of the FAQ just so it connects down here. Looks nice. Something you could use here is use the collapsible options. That way they can click right into the one they want to learn about. Add some spacing in here. And that's nice and clickable. Good, good. What to expect during consultation. Not bad. Things I would do is mostly good, just maybe bold some sections. The first, part of the process. Let's jump over to the blog. These go to the blogs? Yeah, okay. Yeah, for the blog page, we could probably mix it up. Oh, sorry. My screen sometimes freezes. There we go. For the blog, I would want to get straight to the featured stories quicker. So I like the ideas that you're doing here, but I think they could be blogs themselves. Like this one here could be a blog. Right now it's tucked into the blog page, but we can make those like individual ones. I'm guessing these are blogs right here. Let's see. No, those are images. This one. Yes, this is a blog. So yeah, I would definitely make some modifications so they go straight to like, are these blogs? Oh, they're stories. Okay, so these are individual pages that you have hidden. Definitely recommend utilizing our blog builder because that can help like make these stories easier, find and navigational. And the more you update and how you have it updated, it'll just kind of keep adding to itself and make your blog bigger without you having to make any changes to the page directly. Again, I can show you how to do that as well. Social links. Let's see what we got here. I don't think you need this section below the links. Let's just keep the links here. I think this part here would be good. Maybe have just a single image of yourself and then your social links. I think that'd be good. Oh yeah, and this would be a good page to put up, especially while you are under construction. Maybe we'll put this as our live page when we make some updates next week, or not next week, but the following week. Just so people know that we're going to be making a lot of moves. We're going to make some changes. I'm going to make this look really nice. I see that you like using this green, this beige, and this black. We can totally make this thing a little bit more refurbished. I think that'll help give it a little bit more polish to it, just so it doesn't feel so disconnected in certain sections. So a lot of it's just coming down to dividers and knowing where they're placed at. But yeah, we'll go in there. We can make those changes and then that one page that's like your portfolio page, that page can feel more like a gallery experience versus it's very disconnected at the moment. It's because it's like showcasing where different size banners, then image blocks, kind of a little bit all over the place. We want to make sure there's a cohesiveness there when it comes to it, and I think there's some stylings that we can utilize that really make it look attractive at the end of the day. So, Mary, I think you got some good ideas. It's just now we got to get it in the right order, if that makes sense. So, yeah, if you want me to come back the following week, and I'll connect to you afterwards so we know what we want to change and you can give me more details about what you're trying to achieve, okay? Yeah. Yeah, that's the most important part. I want to make sure because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we're driving business to you, you're getting business, and the customers know what to do. Because the worst thing you can do is get a customer lost on a page, right, and not know where to like, where do I go? How do I connect with you? Because right now, like, where's your contact info? It's all down here, but they might not know to come down here and stuff like that. Yes, I believe that'll be the December 5th. So yeah, we can take a look at it then. And if I have time in between that, I can connect with you and take a look at it then as well. Okay? All right, let's jump over to our next website. This is KDW Photos. All right, let's see what they got going on. So we got a navigation on this side over here. San Jose. All right. So, some things that I see right away. We got some cool, nice banners here at the top. We have this nice little photo section here. Maybe a little large. Kind of want to get straight to the point faster so we can get to these details because we have another section just like it below this one. Like, I like the idea of the photos, but maybe we tuck some of them down here below um, just to get to the point faster. I do like a lot of the things that are going on here. We have some new little things that we can do to make this look a little bit more polished. Like we have these cards that would kind of give it a feel more like an invitation, which I think would look really nice. Some little updates like that that I definitely would recommend in here. Maybe start with 3 of your top favorite images right here, then straight into this section. Then we see the next 3. Then we get down into some details and then end with those photos. I think that would be fine. Um, yes, it's nice and airy, very traditionally white on red, looks really nice. But definitely want to make sure that we're getting all. We want to make sure that they get to these details fast, so they can get to the next section as quickly as possible too. All right, let's jump over to the about. Very good, not bad. Um, this is left align, and then this is center based, and this is centered. So this isn't too bad. I definitely would like either the about to be centered or this be left align, just so it matches the same aesthetic. Let's check out the photos. Session looks good. Might want to use that card look again on this page just to give it some consistency. Might look really nice. Great looking photos. And a nice little more. What else I would do on this page? I'd give some type of direction here at the bottom. I would want to know where we go next. Don't have any dead ends on your pages because you gotta rely on them to go steer them where you want to go next. So think about your funnel. If they get to this page, what's the next step after this? So then you can give a call to action to book with you or have your form directly on this page for them to connect with you afterwards. So something I recommend on all these gallery pages if they have similar touches is making sure they do all that. Great looking photos, but let's connect them where we want them to go next. Booking, investment pages, calendars, conversations, you name it. Let's make sure they're going there next. There's a nice similarity to consistency amongst these pages, really nice, but definitely want to make sure that we're connecting with you afterwards. Give them something to do right here, just a click. You know, let's talk, something. Otherwise, great information, good amount of photos, doesn't overtake it. We're using this more condensed style, which looks really good. We have great information here, where you're located, what you're trying to achieve. Looks really nice. Got it, the sports option. Looks really cool as well. Again, just having those added pieces at the bottom, I think, can go a long way. We've got some private videos. Definitely want to remove those or make sure they're not private. Looks good. We have some different video layouts you might want to experiment with as well, just to liven up the pages a little bit. Let's check out collections. Now we're using a ton of white, and I understand it's probably what you want to, but if you want to, you can cut in with some color, even if it's black, like when it gets to this section. This is your big call out section, right, with the details. You can have them scroll and then boom, hit them with that. I also want to have an image somewhere dedicated to this. It's a long bit of text here. Adding an image here just to make it a little bit more connective for people. They need some visual stimulation, so give them something like that. Let's check out the photo booth. This looks great. Definitely adding some new styles that we have, I think, can go a long way to really amplify the overall look of this page. Yeah, check out our new layouts and stuff that we got going on. I think that could really help. Check this out. Looks like you're pretty consistent. You're doing a lot of stuff in the summer, obviously for weddings and engagements, so that's awesome. So that's great. Keep your blogging up. Let's check out your recent blog. Okay, something I would do here, tell a little bit of more story. Right now, it's very disconnected. I want to know story, add a call to action to book with you. Let's check this one out. Yeah, there's not much being said here, so these aren't really going to be indexed by Google at all because they're not giving any context clues like the who, what, when, and where, why, what's going on in these photos. It just says love you more, always have, always will. So when people search for that, this isn't going to come up. So definitely think about like how you can SEO this better. Like which Angela and Raymond's wedding in San Jose, church, which church, you know, things like that. Things you want to put in there detail-wise of the day. That's way when people are searching those locations, like has anyone shot anywhere in this church? Boom, your photos come up. So something to think about for all these types. You want to have those details definitely in there, so they're searchable. Like, where's this? This looks amazing. Blank photo session with Kelsey and Ed in blank valley or whatever. Then some details about it. That's just going to help when people are searching for photos in those areas, so you become the go-to photographer in those areas when people search. Like, oh, I really wonder if anyone took any photos at this location. Like, where is this? This looks amazing. This is actually in Japan, right? Like, I know it's somewhere in California though, but if you put those details there, people will come when they search for it. Okay. Otherwise, great job, Kenneth. I think it's looking great. There's some things I do just that, you know, add a little bit more personality to the page because we have so many new layout options available. I think they could really suit your business design-wise. I think those are some things that I definitely recommend. So when we're looking at this total thing overall, you know, we're looking at your blogs. Like there's just not much detail in these. That's the biggest thing. We want to make this more searchable. And then we have a lot of white on just white pages, but I definitely would break it up with color here and there. Just a little bit just goes a long way. And then adding call to actions at the bottom of all your galleries I think would be really helpful. But other than that, I mean, it's really strong portfolio, great work, great bit of information. Now we can just punch it up with some new styling and maybe a little bit of color. I think that can help a lot, and then making those blogs a little bit more SEO proficient for you. Great job otherwise. All right, let's take a look at our last website for today. Rachel Rico Photography. So let's see what we got going on. Got a rotating banner here. Got this little bit of information, where you're located at. Looks good. Be careful with this dark green with this dark text. I think a lighter text might suit this section better, but I do like the photo intact with it. What I do here, you know, let's think about what could we add here. Maybe some a call to action to talk to you or see your work. That's the next step. All right, we have here wall art collections. Let's see what that is. I would make sure that this color matches this green possibly. I think that would look more elegant and matches with it. I would make this text a little bit bigger too. Feels small. Our call to action here, you can't see the text. It says view gallery, but the button's also not clickable. I would also make sure that this is the right color, and I'd make sure the background matches this white, because right now this feels there, but there's like an off color here. Same thing with this view gallery. We can't take a look at them. Definitely want to punch this up a little bit as well, and maybe just one single image that represents it. Also for dividers, I don't know if we need dividers that heavy, pretty thick. Okay, that's great. What actions do you want me to take place? So when I see these elements, they look great, and wall art collections are really not saying what I think you're trying to say here. I think you're trying to say sessions, or maybe you want a page for session types. Um, but right now, all these pages are like lost or not available to be viewed, or maybe you're in the process of building your website. So right now, when I come here, I don't know where to go next or what the takeaway is from this. Um, I can see there's a session for puppies, there's a session for early photography, session for maternities, and for seniors, but there's no actionable questions. Um, there's no way someone can take action other than going straight to the contact page. So we need to have call to actions that drive them to resources on like costs or anything like that. Because right now, I come here and I'm quite confused, and these buttons do not function the way they need to. So for me, I'm like, oh, I don't know if this person is ready, if that makes sense. In your contact page, it looks like it's talking about wall art, um, which is fine, but I really just want to get to here. We need to connect. That's the most important part. So definitely want to make sure that's connecting. This feels like details that was meant for the other page. So a lot of it comes down to the content of what you're trying to put together at the end of the day. Because I'm looking at this page, I come here, I expect to see a contact form, and we're talking about heirloom art again. Why? Maybe this belongs on the home page, like why heirloom art could go below here, um, and some other details like that. I think we need to find what the cohesive who, what, when, and where about your business. Because when I come here as a customer, I don't know what to do. I'm really lost on this. There's a huge disconnect, or it's in development and it's just live. I'll need to know those details. But Rachel, if you need help, you can reach out to our team. Our team's here to assist you. We also have services, which I'll mention as well, that anyone can take advantage of, that are great. I'll even recommend them to Mary if you want to do a one-on-one session. This is something you can take advantage of as well, where we can go through your website and make those updates, and it's only $150 for 1 hour, and a lot gets done in that time. I promise you, you'll walk away with a brand new website literally in that time frame. But when we take a look at this, right now I just feel like this is in the process of being built, so it's hard for me to really distinguish, is this done or is it not? If it is done, then we need to work on figuring out how to make this a better sales funnel. I come here, I'm a little lost. I click on wall art collections and I'm seeing information about sessions versus wall art. Click on contacts and I see information about wall art versus contacting you. So these are some things that we definitely want to remedy before we make this new, this approach for your clients. So definitely reach out to our team, reach out to our services team as well. We have services on sale. If you want to take advantage of those, check it out. They're 50% off right now, so definitely want to take advantage of that. All right, we got to see a bunch of different websites today. Very, very cool looking stuff going on. Everyone's doing really great in terms of like content wise. Now we just got to make sure we got the right strategy, implement it for our business online. If you need any extra help, you can always go to blog.photobiz.com. You can see all our latest features and blog posts that we have, such as what's been released last month, but also check out our brand new feature. I love it. It's a layout called for list items called story panels. Now, story panels, you can really make them dynamic. You can add video with images and text together, and it rotates like a slideshow if you want it to do that way. You can also implement other things in there as well, just to make it more dynamic at the end of the day. It looks gorgeous. It's really going to make your pages look stellar. I definitely recommend utilizing some of these brand new features that we got going out. You can also see some latest tips that we're talking about when it comes to video content and how you can amplify and make better sales with video on your website and other features out there when it comes to everything going on in the world of the web. You can also go to education.photobiz.com. You can check out and see all our upcoming events by clicking this tab here. You can see this week we're doing website reviews, and then we're going to skip. We're going to go to website reviews again on December 5th. And if Mary joins us again, we'll do a live run through of her website, making changes, and you can see what a live coaching session is kind of like. If you want to see what that's like, you can get a lot done in that time frame. So definitely welcome her. So hopefully she'll be available to take a look at our website, and we can make those live updates right then and there. The following week after that, we're going to be talking about how you can use PhotoBiz AI with your website. It's great for helping writing content, alt text, and SEO, and things like that that can really help expedite your website at any time. And then again, another website review for the end of the year. Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. And then if you want to do private one-on-ones, our coaching services, which are available, and right now I think you get two for the price of one. $150 for 1 hour, but right now 50%. So I think it'll be 2 hours for $150. In that time frame, you can get so much done. We can go through, design your website from the ground up, get it nice and polished so you're good to go. E-commerce, client galleries, marketing, forms and contracts, SEO, whatever you're struggling with, our dedicated coaches and myself will help you get your website the way you want it to make sure it's a functional sales tool for you at the end of the day. So take advantage of those. And again, check out your control panel right now. And let me see if I have this available. Let's see if I have it right here. Give me a second. If you go into your website builder, I believe everything is live right now, so I'm going to check it out on my own personal one. But if you go into your accounts, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go in here, and I believe it's in premium upgrades. So yeah, if you have a website right now, pull it up over here. I'm going to switch it to, yeah, can you see it? Yeah, there we go. If you have a website right now, if you click on here, your premium upgrades, you'll now see there's a discount already applied in there. So if you're looking to get a premium thing done, go to our premium upgrades, click on that, click on the one that you're looking for. If it comes to I want a dedicated manager, social media, anything like that, you can get that all done right now. And then we have other services available. So if you need any help, if you want to get a custom service right now, where we rebuild your website from scratch, it's half off right now. We'll also SEO optimize it for the same price. If you're looking to get a fully customized website from scratch right now, $875 versus $1,750. So if that's something that you're looking for, we have those available. Take advantage of those right now. If you want our SEO team to take advantage of it, first month, $175. You get prorated later down the line for other things. So definitely take a look at all those options that are available. It's going to be fantastic. It'll just help you grow at the end of the day. So definitely take a look at that. Those are the services that we have available. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a safe holiday if you're in the States. Otherwise, anywhere else in the world, just be safe out there. Bad weather today, at least here on the East Coast. And, sales are going crazy. We have our own sales going on, but you know how people get. But if you really want to focus on your business this year, take advantage of all the ones that you have as a PhotoBiz customer. You can sign up for those services at half cost, and isn't that amazing? So definitely take care of that. And yeah, hope to see you in the following week. And Mary, please join me back then. Otherwise, I'll email you. Okay?